Yusef Hamid.
Alex Schenberger. Welcome to Weekly World Report, guys.
Making a pentagram of the 5th episode. Fucking strong, ain't it, cowboy? Fucking drinking cowboy coffee. This cowboy is drinking fucking cream sugar.
Peppermint bark.
Regardless, shit's good, but I just need a little pick-me-up. Okay. First off, we don't have many stories for this week because, shit happens. But we're gonna make up for it with a bunch of fucking recommendations. How about that? How about them apples? Alright, my news story is New Year's in Saudi Arabia. During New Year's celebrations across the world, every world authority was on high alert for a possible ISIS attack. And then, all of a sudden, there's a fire broke out in Dubai, Saudi Arabia's capital. And people thought, initially, those clever sons of a bitches. They're attacking their own countrymen to throw everybody off while they possibly plan for a bigger attack. Thankfully, that's not the case. Turns out, another thing people thought, it was a stray firework. It wasn't any of that. It wasn't a stray firework, it wasn't ISIS, it wasn't shit. Someone was smoking a little too many doobies. Fucking celebrating with a blazing New Year. Making New Year's resolutions. And to my status and everything, the smoke is still billowing, but the fire is extinguished. And most of the fire was up on the higher floors, even on the unfinished ones that they're building like fucking Jenga blocks. Being of very little Arabic descent myself, I give all the best to those hard-working people that had to suffer due to one idiot's mistake. So, have a happy New Year's resolution at the Sweet 16. What's your news story for the week, bro?
My news story, well, it's about states that want to legalize marijuana. That are on the verge of legalizing it, at least. I got a list of 7 states that are on the verge of legalizing it for recreational. We got Ohio, Nevada, Maine, Hawaii, Missouri, California, and Massachusetts.
Yeah, bro. Everyone's gonna have the high life.
I haven't heard anything on Pennsylvania, but
what I've heard on Pennsylvania so far is they're considering medical marijuana, considering growing tensions with people who are hell-bent on solution for marijuana's medical properties to help with people with cancer, with anxiety, with PTSD, with depression, all that. It is a really cool multi-use tool. And pretty much as versatile as fucking Advil and shit when it comes to multiple uses. And the best part, if you want to make it recreational, you can just tax like cigarettes. I mean, fucking more people buy marijuana than cigarettes anyway, so, like, what's the government got to lose other than fucking things that make it legal?
they'll be making more money.
I know. The money
if they legalize
the
it,
money they use to legalize it would actually be covered for it in about a fucking week. I guarantee it. I guarantee.
I mean, look when Colorado legalized marijuana.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly.
They made shit tons of money.
And not only that, if we don't make it federal, we're going to have cases like recently. A California deputy, keep in mind, this is a police officer from California, went over to Pennsylvania, where it's not legal yet, even for medical reasons. Just happened to pass through York County, not mind his own business. Hold right there! Stop or I'll shoot! Fucking people are going all grandfather 3 on this poor police officer's ass. He got arrested because he was transporting 200 pounds of pot. Lord knows what he was doing with that much. Probably just giving it to like another police department over in another state, because there are states near us that have it legalized for medical reasons. Just probably making a delivery, and was one of those like armored escort things where it's like, oh, it's okay, I'm a police officer. This is a formal escort. We're just escorting these medical people to go over to the county. We don't want any trouble. This is your county. We fucking want trouble and make it double. Anyway, on to my next story is people against refugees coming in from anywhere that has possible ISIS members. Tensions mount, particularly in Lancaster, where everyone's self-righteous as fuck. Yeah, like, everyone's so self-righteous, but, like, hundreds are both for and against refugees. Like, there's bleeding heart liberals and conservatives, and there's no real middle ground. There's a bunch of indecisive people. And they were holding a World Service in Muscle Park in Lancaster County. If you know it, it's like one of the biggest parks here. You can't really miss it. There was an anti-Syrian refugee demonstrator. And legal immigration and illegal immigration is not done right. Well, I guess so. There's more illegal than legal. Something's wrong in customs office. Our president pledged to help refugees, mainly to ease foreign relations, not even for domestic. Because if we fuck up with foreign relations, no one's going to help us, even if we are attacked for some reason. It's like, these are Americans. They can fucking handle themselves. I mean, all they do is press a fucking button, nuke. I mean, we need to build foreign relations if we're going to, like, in case of anything. Or even just hanging out. Fucking, like, making policies and shit. Like, there's recently an agreement in France that could help change climate and boost the economy at the same time. It's one of the most revolutionary diplomatic things. We'll cover that next week when we get more details. Yeah, people are just really against Syrian refugees. And I, for one, am half and half. I'd say we need a new profiling system because there are cases where there really was a Syrian refugee that was fucking butchered, tortured, and killed off. And an ISIS member was surgically altered, took a haircut to look like it. Looked like their actual refugee, took his identification. And even if they didn't have anyone to steal ID from that looked similar, they just fucking buy fucking fake passport. I mean, there's kids like fucking 12 getting into clubs. I mean, you really think it'd be hard for a 20-year-old to get a fake passport if like these little shits running around getting drunk and everything? I mean, honestly. So, like, that is a really great risk. So we have to, like, double down on standards to, like, make sure it's the real deal. Like, looking like fucking diamond in a pawn shop. Like, is this fucking thing real? No offense, dude. I just want to make sure it's real. Sir, put that clock down. I don't want to take any chances. I'll get you a fucking iPad if it's not a clock and not a bomb. But, yeah. And then, yeah, and then with El Nino, the weather phenomenon going on, there's a lot of flooding going on in the Mississippi River. There's a town called, shit, I can't pronounce it, fucking got faded, but, a lot of towns are flooded. They're fucking high waters. They've, like, fucking houses are crashing into bridges. You're not even going under or above. The whole park's underwater. You can go down. It's like looking in Atlantis. Like,
ooh, look at this. It's the lost city of Chicago.
The weather's been acting very strange lately.
Yeah, like it's like summer over in Pennsylvania where we're recording right here.
Yeah, it was like 70 degrees the day before Christmas.
You know,
Christmas Eve. It was 70 degrees.
It's almost been 100 years since we had a winter like this. The closest one is 1923. And, like, this is honestly the first winter that I've been alive that there has not been any snow whatsoever in Pennsylvania. So, like, it has nothing to do with El Nino as much as it does climate change, because fucking El Nino doesn't affect things so greatly that there's not even a fucking drop of snowflake or some shit. Week will report. Catch you next week.